Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Tuesday. This is Game Day Live, coming to you live from American Whiskey, across the street from Prudential Center, next to Championship Plaza. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Vinnie Parise in Chicago and Shorts Guy somewhere on the highest point of New Jersey somewhere. Yeah. Devils Flyers tonight. Devils hope to rebound from the game on Sunday. Gentlemen, what's going on? Because it is bumping here at American Whiskey.
It certainly looks like it. You can tell there's a lot of people there. I know it's Devils Flyers. That's obviously a huge matchup in the Metropolitan Division. And you know what? I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm excited to watch. I'm excited, with all that's going on.
Yeah, it looks like and sounds like from this point at least, Sam, that it's quite loud there, which is good. That's what we want. This is a big, this is definitely a rivalry. I see we got some trash behind you.
Well, yeah, let's go to the trash again. Let's go to the trash cam. Right here. Yeah.
There's that trash to the right.
Yeah.
But you know what? This is a game that I don't think any of us in the beginning of the season we would have pegged as a potentially difficult game. Flyers are just completely surprising everyone in the Metro. Got to give them credit where credit's due, unfortunately.
Unfortunately is right. You know what? They are playing them in the Stadium Series game a couple months from now. And, when they announced that matchup over the summer, or it wasn't even over the summer, it was last year, like, oh, the Devils are going to play the Flyers in the Stadium Series. I'm like, oh, wow, that's a really good opportunity for the Devils to absolutely smoke an opponent outside on national television. And John Tortorella, to his credit, has them playing well. So I'm excited for this matchup. The Devils, outside of that game against the Ducks, who went out and won another game last night. The Devils seem to be the get-luck team for some people to end a long bad streak and go on a run. But, you got to bounce back in this Flyers game. It's a very important game.
Yeah, no doubt. You got to take what you did against the Ducks and reverse it. I saw Vitek was in the starter's net this morning, so it's looking like he's our starting goaltender tonight, which is good. And it'll be good to hopefully, he's going to be a little bit better in the in net and give us a win like we need.
Absolutely. Do you find it funny? Last game, there have been some rumors around Twitter and all the other Devils spaces that you can go to. Have been rumors about the Devils trading for John Gibson. And in that game against the Ducks, Vitek Vanacek is announced as a scratch moments before the game. And John Gibson leaves after the second period with an illness or whatever it was they were using to describe. Obviously, both of those things probably proved to be true. Vitek or Gibson probably just weren't feeling all that well. It just was so odd that in a game like that, between these two teams, with those specific players, it went down that way.
Yeah, it was a little bit odd, but at the same time, they said that Vitek was okay physically, but just something wasn't right, which leads to believe that it was something mentally. And I was excited to see him on the ice today and hopefully recovering from whatever it was. So on a personal standpoint, for him as a human being, I'm glad to see him back on the ice. It did seem a little odd that he was out, for, like you said, that weird undisclosed illness, and Gibson left. It's like, uh-oh. And when Gibson didn't come out for whatever that was, the third period, my first thought was, ooh, has there been an in-game trade? Is he going to just have to pack his gear and just go across the hallway to another locker room to leave his gear to let it dry? What's going on? So
I got a conspiracy theory on that one. I got a total conspiracy theory. Here's my conspiracy theory. If you're Vitek Vanacek, right, and you're playing against another goaltender that you might be traded for, and you're going to the second half of back-to-back, I wouldn't want that. You have nothing to gain out of that game. Everything is against you.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. And it sucks because Akira Schmid, he hasn't been good in second half of back-to-backs. The Devils in general haven't been good in second half of back-to-backs. They are 1-5-0 in those types of games, and they have 9 more. An NHL leading 9 more before the end of the season. So they got to find a way. I know they were really good in the first period, and Gibson just stuffed them every chance they had. Meyer had a good chance. There was a play where Hollow got absolutely robbed. I thought McLeod played well. Obviously, Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, these guys are going to get their chances, and they were shut down. You see the difference it makes in a game like the Columbus game on Saturday when you score first. You get out to that lead, it changes the entire complexity of the game. It gives you a much more significant, better chance to win.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, got to move on to today because the opponent that they were probably not expecting to do very well, play very well against the New Jersey Devils and the Ducks, came in and did that. They have to expect a really good, hard-nosed Philadelphia Flyer team tonight, and they have to expect a much different game tonight.
Absolutely. And like I mentioned before, John Tortorella, he's been playing well. They got some younger players in the lineup kind of taking over things this year. Obviously, guys like Joel Farabee, Bobby Orr-Brink, these are exciting players. Both of their goaltenders have been playing really well this season. It doesn't matter who they've thrown in net so far this year. It's been, they've been relied upon to make saves, and they've completed that task. I look at their defense, and it's like, with Sanheim and a couple of these other guys, it's been really, really good in Philly. And like I mentioned, John Tortorella, everywhere he goes, at least for a little while, the team kind of, they play hard. They know what to give to the coach. They got rid of some of their defensive issues by shipping out Kevin Hayes and moving on from Provorov, as we see a Provorov jersey here in the front row at American Whiskey. Because timing is everything. But it's a team that should be feared. It's a team, again, second place and seventh place in the Metropolitan Division are separated by 6 points. The Devils are right in the thick of that. I think it's fair to say the Rangers will make the playoffs. I think it's fair to say the Blue Jackets will miss. Everything in between is still very much up in the air, and quite frankly, it starts with a game like tonight.
Yeah, this is, and we've spoken about it before, but this is one of those 4-point games for a Metro division rival. 2 points tonight could mean 4 points down the road as far as that swing in your positioning, and these are the games that mean the most. These interdivisional games, these games against the Flyers, Rangers, Fish Sticks, they all mean more than any other game on our schedule.
Absolutely. Now, do you kind of agree with the fact that, they lost to the Ducks and everyone was kind of freaking out about it, but they're still 8-3-0 in their last 11 games, and those 3 losses are all second half of back-to-backs. I'd rather them lose to the Ducks than the Flyers, to be honest with you. I know some people probably don't want to hear that, just because for some reason the Ducks being a bad NHL team makes this loss unforgivable. I'm like, an NHL team is loaded with players that, want to win and are good. Like Adam Henrique, he's no slouch. He's the main culprit of the loss to the Ducks last game. He had a hat trick. He's going to be highly coveted at the trade deadline when the Ducks try to move him. Any team can win any given night. That's the beauty of the NHL. And like I brought up when they lost to the Sharks earlier, on this little hot streak that they're on, the Vegas Golden Knights last year, the Stanley Cup champions, they lost to all the bad teams at least once last year, and they ended up winning the Stanley Cup. So you just got to get in the playoffs. You got to be playing well. And Jack Hughes said their goal was to enter the holiday break feeling well about themselves, and he specifically mentioned, not even necessarily in terms of wins and losses, just with the way we feel about ourselves going into the holiday. That was most important to him. I believe the Devils have shown that so far.
Yeah, it's these losses against the likes of the Sharks and the Ducks, they suck. But they're teams that we see maybe twice a season. And I forget who was saying it on the broadcast the other night, but these teams are going to get at least, a team like the Ducks is still going to get at least 25 wins over the course of a season. They're not going to go 0-82. That's damn near impossible. Like you said, it's the NHL. Anyone can beat anyone on a given night. I'm kind of half joking, somewhat, just to make myself feel better. It's the season of giving right now, and the Devils are giving to the less fortunate. in teams like the Ducks and the Sharks. So we're giving them 2 points. But as long as we beat a team like the Flyers, I completely agree with you. I'd rather win tonight. I would take the loss on Sunday if it means that we'll get the win tonight against the Flyers.
Absolutely. Sam Wu, you look like you have a status update for us.
I see Dino from Enzo's outside.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, that was a status update. By the way, big shout out to JCB Architectural. You know why? JCB Architectural?
Why, Sam?
Well, not only do they build the finest homes and design the finest houses around New Jersey and beyond, but they're the reason why Ted and I are here. Yes, Ted from the YouTube Live. You know what?
That's awesome.
You know where we're going? We're going to the game because of JCB Architectural. Now Ted's going to try to get on camera. After now he's going to go back there and try to get on camera. But, you know, he's going to have to go through a lot of people to get on camera. And as soon as, you know what, I could be, changing the camera angle. There's Ted.
There he
Ted.
is.
Yeah, there he is. Drinking an Ann Crew
Hey,
brew.
there's Ted.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, it looks like Vinnie. It looks like I see Ted with an Ann Crew brew in his hands.
Ann Crew Brew. We love Ann Crew Brew. I love Ann Crew Brew. Join our crew today and drink Ann Crew Brew, where we make winning memories together, one crew at a time. Ann Crew Brew.
Yeah, join our crew today. That's right. Join our crew today. Got to have that crummy commercial in the middle of the podcast, right? Yeah.
I'm going to be, when we get a real commercial, on television, I want to be the voice for it. Really bad. Really bad.
It could be a stupid back and forth between the three of us. That'll be the commercial.
Yeah. They're like, I like Ann Crew Brew before a Devils game. You know, like those MSG commercials that we all make fun of when they come on, when they're on like repeat. I like to have Ann Crew Brew before the game, and that's where I feel comfortable, and I hope the Devils win because I'm a big Devils fan. That's my audition for an MSG commercial.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Not
I'm
that
in.
you're bitter about anything.
That's funny. Well, in this game against the Flyers, we're going to see Brennan Smith in the lineup rather than Colin Miller. So we're going to see him back on defense. It's been a while since he's played defense. We've seen him at left wing here and there on the fourth line, but he's otherwise been scratched ever since, the forward unit has been mostly healthy, and we saw them call up Simon Nemeth, and he's been really, really good. So it'll be interesting. I'm against a team like the Flyers, though. Having Brennan Smith, as long as he doesn't take penalties, I'm cool with having a physical presence like Brennan Smith. I'd prefer Miller over him.
Let me know when you want to come on.
He works better with Luke Hughes.
You guys want to come on?
But,
want to come on?
We're getting someone to come on, though. So screw
like
Brennan Smith.
Here's Peyton. Vote for Peyton as bar boss. Yep, there's Peyton. I should probably mute the mic when I'm trying to get.
Yeah,
appearances.
I was gonna say. Producer Sam forgot the key thing here.
Yeah.
His own
Well, I
mic.
thought you were gonna ask her opinion of Brennan Smith being in the lineup tonight.
I can ask her, but I'm not sure what she's going to say. You know what? I like Brendan Smith right now. He's doing great things with the charity and all that. I am a big Brendan Smith fan. I just want to be on record. I don't take the position of other people amongst the New Jersey Devils fandom.
That's fair. Is it because his brother Riley Smith scored a sick goal yesterday for the Pittsburgh Penguins?
No, I don't care about him. I only care about Brendan Smith. Maybe we'll get him on the podcast one day.
Maybe.
Love that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. No, Brendan Smith, though, coming into the lineup, aside from Sam's undying love for him right now, like you said, he's a physical presence, and that's what we need against a Tortorella coach team because they're going to be hard-nosed, they're going to play for every single puck, and they're going to finish every single check. So that's the type of player that we need in this lineup tonight, just because that's the type of opponent we've got coming in the building, and not for nothing, but the Flyers are still known as that tough, gritty team. Not trying to invoke the name of their dumb mascot, but that's what they are.
Yeah, for sure. He serves a purpose on the team, I guess. Line up in games like this. I'll be nice to him because of how sick his brother Riley's goal was last night for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sam Wu doesn't care, but I care because that goal was sick. No, I'm totally joking. But if he could play like Riley Smith as a forward, that would be sweet. The rest of the defense, Nemitz and Hughes, a lot of weight is put on their shoulders now as teenagers. And I'm sorry to burst Zach in the chat's bubble. He is in for Colin Miller tonight, so you can expect to see plenty of Brennan Smith. But like I was saying, Luke Hughes, Nemitz, hopefully they're able to continue carrying the load the way that they have at such a young age. By the time they're 26, they're going to be good.
Oh, absolutely. And it's tough sledding right now, but they will become really good defensemen. It's just that, defensemen take a little bit longer to develop, and you got to go through those growing pains, and they're harder to hide than a forward in your lineup. So it's good that they're getting playing time at the NHL level, and eventually we'll get there. It's going to be a little bit ugly at times as we're getting there, but that's with any new player.
For sure. Sam, do you want to gather in all the predictions?
Oh, predictions. Well, let's get everyone's predictions because I don't see any predictions here. Except for
put them in the YouTube chat right
Ted
now.
Says 5-3 Devils. I see that.
Okay.
Beachmaster says 5-2 Devils. Selector Boy says 5-4 Devils. Felix says 4-2 Devils. Getting these Tuesday night predictions. Shalobi says 4-2 Devils. Zach says 4-3 Devils. I want Max's opinion as well. 5-1 Devils, reversal of fortune. There you go. Vitek Vanacek, feeling good, feeling like himself.
Looks like you got the prediction starting to roll in a little bit more, too. Selecta Boy says 5-4 Devils. Zach says 4-3 Devils. And Max says 5-1 Devils. I don't know what I'm thinking so far. Shorts guy, you want to give your prediction first?
Yeah, this one's kind of tough, but I think it's Devils Flyers. It can be kind of cagey. I'm going to say 4-3 Devils tonight.
Wow.
A couple 4-3s tonight. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go 3-2. That was what first popped into my head. 3-2, a close game. If it were 2-2 going into overtime, that wouldn't shock me at all. Or if the Devils find a way to get one and then, get ahead late in the game, something along those lines. I'd like to see them win again. Like a 3-2 Devils win over the Flyers would really, really, really excite me because it would mean they beat them in a close game. They didn't need to blow them out. They didn't get blown out. They didn't lose. They only gave up 2 goals. That's the kind of game I'm looking for against this Flyers team.
I'll take it. Sam Wu, what's your Sam Wu prediction for tonight?
Brought to you by Anchor Brew.
Breaker 19 for a radio check. Your radio's working. 10-4 out the door, good buddy. 10-4 Devils. 10-4 Devils. That's what I say. 10-4 Devils.
10-4.
That's awesome.
10-4.
I was pointing to a Flyers fan, but it didn't make it on camera.
Oh, well. Hey, remind them that the Devils beat the Flyers 7-0 at one point last year.
7-0. 7-0.
I was there for that.
Imagine predicting that, Sam.
You know what? Let's go to the Max Chug Cam. See what everyone's drinking. You want to do that real quick?
Yeah, it better
Let's
be
do that real
Anchor
quick.
Brew.
So we got the Max Chug Cam. This place is packed, guys. It is packed.
I love it.
That's good.
Yeah.
I love it. Metropolitan Division hockey in the middle of December. The holidays are right around the corner. Nothing better.
Yeah, we got some Flyer fans there. We got some Devils fans. Yeah, so. All right, now we'll go back to here.
Back to here. Sam, what else you got for the game?
What else I got? Aside from thanking JCB Architectural for the wonderful tickets, and Ted's very, very happy. I mean, they make great homes. And you know what? All their homes pass inspection. That's the other thing. They pass his inspection.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Wow.
He actually gets real permits to build a house. JCP Architectural John. Tell him that Sam Wu sent you. And also, what the heck? I love David Decker. Town Toyota, Ledgewood, New Jersey, Route 46. Go to Town Toyota. If you need a Toyota at a great price, great deal, you want that extra oil change when you buy that new Toyota or pre-owned certified Toyota, go to David Decker. Tell Sam Wu sent you, because the Let's Go Devils podcast, they drive Toyotas because of David Decker.
I know I do.
Sam, I have to point something out.
What's that?
Max Pedinoff paid $1.99 in the chat to point out to me that he did predict the 7-0 game, and he says, ask Beer Baron.
Yeah, and just notice how I waved it off and didn't mention it, because I know our fans. If they're like Ramona, where they're like 4 or 5 times just asking us to say something, eventually they cave in with the super chat. It's a secret. It's the new rage right now. So you just wave it off.
I missed it where he said it for free. But
yeah, but he actually said 7-0.
Nice.
He was the only one that made he was the only one in this podcast that's ever made a lopsided prediction and actually came true. Max
awesome.
Bedenoff, good friend of the podcast.
Good friend of the podcast, Max. Thank you, Max. Woo!
My
Max
DMs are open on X. Send me the lottery numbers.
Yeah. Max, do you have electricity? Because I know people in Massachusetts, good friend of the podcast, Paul Marino, they don't have power up in the Massachusetts.
Oh, that's no bueno.
So let us know.
Is that accurate, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, breaking news.
How much did you love seeing Paul Marino on the broadcast, though?
I loved it.
That was great.
That was
awesome.
great.
I was like, I know that guy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Love Paul Marino,
great.
good friend of the podcast. Now he's a celebrity. Thursday, he'll be here at American Whiskey with autographs and, signing your jerseys and all that kind of good stuff. And
his autograph or his son's? I'd rather his.
Yeah, I'd rather have Paul Marino's than John's, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. Love John. Great defenseman.
Yep. Becca Lynn in the Facebook Live says it's Nico's 400th game today.
It is.
That's awesome.
How about that?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Michael
Michael
Hay
Hay
was drafted.
Yeah.
I met him the next day. I met him the day after, and that was so cool to do randomly. Just meeting him the day after. Man, 400 games as the Devil. I want to say he's 13's going up there with 4, 3, 30, 27 and 26. It's 13's going up there. 86 is going to go up there. With all hope, 43 will go up there too.
Oh yeah.
And number 2 will go up there as well. as in up in the concession stands, opening them up. All right, we better get out of here, guys, because otherwise,
before we get in trouble.
Yeah, But I want to thank all those tuning in to the Game Day Live. We have Devils After Dark after the game. Scotty and I, yes, that's Scotty of Sirius XM Liquid Metal, and I will recap the game that was. We better win. Remember, Devils Flyers is also known as Body Armor Night. Be prepared when you're inside the arena. So, but yeah, that's all I have to say.
Very, very good. Thank you to everybody watching.
Awesome.
We very much appreciate you. Hopefully the Devils get a big win tonight over the Philadelphia Flyers.
Yeah, sorry, I was supposed to hit the button. There we go.
I was hoping Sam Wu would set me up where right when I was done with that awesome soliloquy, boom, here comes the music.
Yeah.
But it's hard to do both at the same time. I know how hard it is to podcast and produce at the same time. So everybody give a hand for Sam Wu as we enter this game against the Philadelphia Flyers. Let's go, Sam Wu. Credit to you, buddy.
All right. Thanks, guys. All right. We'll see you after the game. Till next time, let's go Devils.